What is up, Packer fans? Back again. The Packers did it. They beat the Minnesota Vikings at Lambeau, Week 17, to save their season, keep their season alive. 41-17, and the Packers were up 41-3 at one point in the game. Dominated the Vikings, scored the most points they have all season by far. And the offense didn't even play that dominant as you would expect in a game where the team scores the most points they have all season. The Packers played an all-around game. All three phases came to play, shutting down the Vikings in everything they tried to do. Even when the Vikings seemed to get close or thought they might get some points, they ended up stalling or something happened. The Packers forced a turnover. Vikings missed the field goal. And we all know the Commanders lost to the Browns earlier in the day. I thought the Browns might not beat the Commanders, thought the Commanders would get the win and then go to Dallas next week and lose to the Cowboys. It would still not matter. The Packers needed to take care of business against the Vikings, which they did. What a game that was. And it started out kind of crazy. I mean, Packers kicked off first. Vikings, got downfield a little bit. Packers stopped them, forced the punt. Packers, couldn't get anything on offense. They're forced the punt. Blocked the punt. Number 6, Dallin Levitt gets it at the 1-yard line. Vikings take over 1st and goal at the 1. Packers defense stops them. Huge, 3 and out basically. 3 down stand, and then the Packers force the field goal. After the field goal, they get to kick off. And now they're kicking off to Keyshawn Nixon, who I think should be all-pro kick returner, better than the Vikings kick returner who made the Pro Bowl, I believe. Keyshawn is clearly the best in the league, and now he returns a kickoff 105 yards for the touchdown. What a game. What a play. And literally, he ran straight down the middle. Blocking was perfect, parted like the Red Sea, and he just went straight down. Had to juke the kicker this time, didn't get taken out by the kicker, and he's 105 yards to the end zone. No one's going to catch him in the open field. What a play. And then the Vikings are driving down. It seems like they're going to score. They get close. Then Darnell Savage picks it off, 75-yard touchdown for an interception for the Packers. They're up 14-0 or 14-3 before the offense even does anything. How incredible is that? Then technically they're up 17-3 because they had another drive before the offense even scored a point. Then the offense got going. Robert Tonyan got hit with a touchdown. Aaron Rodgers was playing good. Aaron Jones, 111 yards on 14 carries. That's almost an 8-yard average. And then A.J. Dillon getting his 6th touchdown in 5 games. Huge for him. He's playing great. The Packers offense, they didn't need to do much, throwing the ball. They had some nice sustained drives. They were able to run the ball pretty well, like I said. But this defense, the Packers defense, 2 sacks on the day. The first one, Justin Hollins got to him, the guy we picked up midseason from the Rams. And then one where the Vikings are driving down again. I think they might have been in the red zone. And Kenny Clark breaks through the middle, just knocks it out of Kirk Cousins' hands and recovers it. What a play by him. And then what else can you say about the back end? We had one where, TJ Slayton got after Kirk Cousins and it got picked off. And Adrian Amos got it. And then Rudy Ford had another one later in the game where it was kind of just a heave by Kirk Cousins. And we were able to get him 3 interceptions, 4 turnovers total. It was 8 in the last 2 games, 12 in the last 4 games. This Packers defense started out slow with turnovers, and now they really have come in bunches. What a game for this team. All 3 phases. And the crazy part is they haven't had a kickoff return for a touchdown since rookie Randall Cobb did it the year after the Packers won the Super Bowl in 2011, Week 1 against the Saints. That's crazy to think about. That's a long time not to have a special teams kickoff return for a touchdown. Explosion on kickoffs or just the guy that's a threat. He is dangerous, and I look forward to seeing what he can do. here on out in the season and hopefully into the playoffs. And then the other crazy part is the Packers haven't had a kickoff return and an interception return for a touchdown since 1967. I think it was the game after the Ice Bowl, the first Super Bowl. And that's crazy, or one of the Super Bowls. So that's crazy for the Packers. What a game. If you have two things that happen that are like historical, then you're likely going to win. Packers were able to get after Kirk Cousins, shutting down Justin Jefferson. I never thought I'd see the day. After week 1, he had 9 catches, 186 yards. He had like 150 yards at halftime, 2 touchdowns. Dominated the Packers. He was wide open most of the game week 1. This week, Jair Alexander basically followed him around. He was able to jam him at the line. He was playing like 90s Darryl Green style, Deion Sanders, in your face, jam you, make sure you throw you off your route. And then he had help over on the back, behind him. So he wasn't too worried about getting beat deep. He could really play aggressive. Held him to 1 catch for 15 yards. Had a pass breakup. Did the gritty on him, which is funny and crazy. So what a game for this Packers defense all around. And then a guy like Darnell Savage to get a pick 6, he got benched. Rudy Ford started for him. He had a pick too. But for a guy like Savage to just be a consummate pro, just come in, do his job, they called on him because of some injuries. He had to play, and now look at him definitely doing well for the Packers. What a game. Packers win. They're 8-8. They're 400 for the first time since I think October 23rd-ish, when they played the Commanders. So that's a long time ago not to be over 500. Packers hit the 500 mark. Commanders lost today, which means the Packers control their destiny. If they can beat the Lions at Lambeau next week, the time is still not set yet, so we will see what time they say we will play them. Seattle's still kind of in the mix, but the Packers control their own destiny. If they can beat the Lions, who did, whoop the Bears today, I think it was 38-10. Justin Fields did play well in the first quarter, but then the Lions shut them down. It was all the Lions after that. So Packers, if you told me at the beginning of the season the Packers needed to beat the Lions to get to the playoffs at the end of the year, week 18 at Lambeau, I would have said run that all day. Go Pack, go. I think the Packers can do it. Play defense like they have been. Play a little bit better offense. We'll see what the temperature's like. It's not supposed to be crazy cold, so I think everything should be all go for the Packers offense. I'm excited to see what they can do. I know they forced it to Watson a little bit. They wanted to kind of get him that rebuttal play against the Vikings like week 1 when he had the drop. They were trying to get him one to bounce back from that. Didn't really happen, but Packers did enough on offense, did plenty enough on defense, and they did historical amount of stuff on special teams. Go Packers. I'm super excited. I cannot believe they won. Control their own destiny. Everybody thought this team was dead in the water. 4-8. They were 3-6, 4-8. It just seemed like the season was done. They were calling for Jordan Love, and I know I even said, if the Packers are mathematically eliminated, it wouldn't be a bad idea to see how Jordan Love can play. But the Packers never got to that point, and now they are in control of their own destiny. I can't believe it. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Go Packers. See you guys next time. Peace out. Go Pack, go.